Hey guys, welcome back to the Money Cipher channel. In today's episode, we are going to talk about 5 telltale indications you'll be rich someday. The baby boomers were the wealthiest generation in American history, a decade after World War II ended, as the world has beginning to recover from the worst conflict ever. The United States took advantage of this opportunity to grow its exports, aiding global recovery while pocketing a tidy profit. A major factor for the dollar rise to prominence as a global reserve currency was just this. Boomers, on the other hand, passed their riches on to Generation X, who likewise had a very good quality of life as time went on. There was a 70% home ownership rate. When it came to millennials, though, things went downhill quickly. Though they earned more than prior generations at their age, millennials nevertheless have a lower net worth than their predecessors did. According to recent Federal Reserve statistics, boomers controlled 25% of America's wealth when they were around the same age as millennials are now, compared to millennials' 7% proportion now. In your opinion, how much money does a typical millennial millionaire have under their belts? There are 700,000 young millionaires in the millennial generation. A recent research found in California and New York where median home prices are $2 to $3 million isn't much. We all acquire financial stability at different times, so don't worry if you're not one of them. We didn't all move from grade to grade at the same time. This workplace is different. Some people become successful in their teens while others wait until their 50s or 60s. It's a lifelong game. How do you know the best route? When will you be financially independent? Money is a mystery. Is success a new-way street? For example, did you know that 9 out of 10 new businesses fail? Even if you decide to start a company of your own, there is no assurance that you will succeed. In reality, you're doomed to failure. The good news is that you can improve your chances of success by making good choices every day. Just look at the difference between someone who saves 20% of his salary and someone who doesn't. For now, let's suppose that nothing changes. Both men will have to work for a few years before they have the financial resources to invest or take time from their jobs to establish their own businesses. So, here are the 5 indications that you're on your way to financial success. Let's begin with the first one if you're ready to give it a thumbs up. Number 1. You're an excellent storyteller. Consider the world's greatest corporations. They all have one of them as their defining characteristic. They all have one thing in common: the ability to weave tales. In the absence of an effective marketing strategy, even the best product or service in the world would go unnoticed by potential customers. As a storyteller, Steve Jobs was unparalleled. His initial iPhone presentation plainly showed this. If you saw it, you'd know. Steve creates tension right from the start of his presentation. An iPod with touch controls? Is that a telephone? Is that what you do? What's it doing now? After a brief pause, he finally reveals the secret: a phone that can do 3 things at once, a device that will permanently alter the course of human history. YouTube has the same problem. The best storytellers are the ones who have mastered the art of storytelling. We watch Netflix, go to movies, and follow bloggers like Casey Neistat, who, by the way, hasn't been producing videos for some time now. Number 2. You are constantly inquisitive. People who are really wealthy are those who have found a simple solution to a difficult issue. Curiosity is what sparked their interest in these issues. The internet was all over the place when it initially began. You can only locate anything if you know the website's name. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Unless you read about Amazon in the news or were told about it by a friend, you'd never find out about it. As Stanford undergraduates, Sergey Brin and Larry Page put themselves a simple question: why not make it easier to locate stuff online? As a result of this, Google was born. As a result of their curiosity, They were able to ask the proper questions, which led to a creation of a $2 trillion firm. Take a look at Snapchat as an example. Back then, when Facebook was cool, if you would post something on Facebook, it would stay there forever unless you deleted it. But if you delete it, people would think that you are hiding something. Something must be wrong that you deleted that picture or video or a statement. So Evan Spiegel decided to develop a platform where you don't have to explain to people why you deleted that image because it's going to be gone automatically. Snapchat is what he called it. What started off as a single story has now spread across all of Facebook's properties. Number 3. You regard successful individuals. Resentment is simple to feel when you are barely making ends meet while someone else is enjoying life, or if she's in a Lamborghini or a private plane. People who are very rich are easy targets for scorn. Ridicule them for spending so much money on non-essential items. The great majority of individuals, however, if placed in their shoes, are likely to do similarly. It's true that many, if not most, of the world's wealthiest have gotten there by unethical means. Sadly, this is the harsh reality of life. War has no rules, and business is no exception. In the end, you're going to either cause a collision or going to be a victim. You have no choice except to accept this fate. But if you constantly look down at these people thinking that you are better than them because you are morally a better human being, then you'll constantly be stuck in the same place. I'm not saying you should cheat people, but don't belittle those who are capable of making difficult judgments. Many people ridicule Jeff Bezos for his divorce from his wife and his relationship with Lauren Sanchez in the comment section of videos I watch on YouTube. What matters is that he enjoys the rest of his time on Earth since he has transformed our lives for the better. Imagine what life would be like if Amazon was no longer around. Number 4. You have a working knowledge of accounting. Like many of you, I had no clue what to do with my life after I finished from high school. My primary interest at that time was the stock market, so I opted to specialize in accounting and finance. In order to be successful in business, one of the most important concepts is to have a solid grasp of accounting. Capitalism can only be understood if one understands accounting. You get an understanding of company from a financial standpoint. Don't stress if you didn't major in accounting in college. No need to return to school when you can acquire all you need to know in just a few months with some excellent online courses. We have a lot to be thankful for because of the time we're in. Number 5. Emotional control. In our lives, emotions play the most significant role. As a human being, we are motivated mostly by our emotions. Because we feel at ease with these folks, we form friendships. The person we fall in love with makes us feel unique. It is these times that we recall most clearly as we reflect on our life. Problematic financial choices are made as a result of impulsive expenditure, which is often triggered by strong emotions. Buying a vehicle you can't afford and credit because you're jealous of a buddy who has a nicer one makes you feel horrible about yourself, especially when you're trying to establish your own company. It's like riding a roller coaster, but it's a lot of fun. Even though everything has been well prepared, anything may happen at any time. If anything goes wrong, you can't simply blame it on yourself since it won't help. Complaining isn't an option. You must be able to deal with the facts as they are. It's imperative that you learn how to deal with turmoil in a calm and rational manner, rather than reacting emotionally. Investing is the same. When you invest in the stock market, the value of your investments fluctuates often. It's not uncommon for a crisis to bring down the whole system. It is imperative that you maintain your sanity and patience as the market turmoil subsides. When you're interacting with other individuals, the same rules apply. People come from many walks of life, and as a result, have a diverse range of abilities and perspectives. Angry at others is simple, and it's easy to despise them because they're different from you. That's why emotional self control is critical if you want to establish meaningful relationships and create significant things. As a thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more videos like this one, please give this one a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.